Tonight, number 8 Arizona defeated Colorado 78-68 thanks to a monster double-double performance by Oumar Ballo, recording 18 points and a career high of 16 rebounds. Here's what Tommy Lloyd, Ballo, and Cedric Henderson had to say after the game.
What do you just make of points in the paint and how you guys were able to dominate in that category?
Well, I think usually, it's one of our strengths. And, defensively, Colorado's a really good team that driving the basketball, and, they do a great job of, getting down there and getting free throws, which they got a little bit today, which makes the points in the paint a little bit misleading. But we obviously want to go inside, and then defensively we want to protect the paint. I mean, it's nothing more complicated than that.
Was this one of those examples of where you're just going to let them figure it out those first 5 minutes when you fall behind by 10, 12 points?
I mean, they got to figure it out better than that. We're at home, and you're playing in McKale, and you have an experienced group that's won a lot of games, and I don't know if they need me calling a timeout and chewing them out 2 minutes into the game. I don't know if that's the smartest thing for our team, and maybe we can utilize that timeout better later in the half, and hey, they did right the ship, because I think by the almost the second media timeout, I think we'd kind of evened it up, and then once you even it up, you feel okay. But we got to start out better than that. I mean, we didn't play great tonight by any stretch, and Colorado gets some credit for that, and our guys have to take some accountability for that, and we got to play better. We got to play better. We got to play cleaner. We got to play tougher. We got to play smarter.
Was that the turnover specifically? Do you attribute that to just maybe a little loose or careless or early?
The early ones, they seem crazy to me. I don't know. So, I don't know what to attribute them to. Casualness, maybe. And so we'll take a look at them and we'll evaluate them. And then, we had some turnovers early. We had some turnovers late. And not that you ever want to turn the ball over in a game, but I think you definitely don't want to turn it over early, and you don't want to turn it over late. So something we got to address.
So you do want to turn it over in the middle of the game?
No. But come on, logic. Let's get off to a good start. Let's finish strong. Those two things. So, so we got to be better there.
Sitting a lot lately, last 2 games. How has that allowed you to work the other guys in?
Well, listen, it's not part of the plan, Zoo sitting, and part of it maybe is a little bit bad luck and a little bit self-inflicted wounds by him. He's got to be smarter. And he's got to play better, and he's had an amazing year, and I think he's the conference MVP, but I guess that'll be determined, but we're still fighting out this season, at this point maybe there's still games to be played, 4 games by some teams, 3 games by others, and yeah, he's got to play better. Zoo's got to play better. He's a really good player, and hopefully he'll figure it out here going forward.
Has it allowed you to do other things with the
that with the lineup? I'm always going to look at it as a blessing in disguise. That's how you have to attack it, and we need to be we need to kind of diversify our lineups a little bit, and I think that playing small with 4 guards out there is good for us, and playing the 5 guards together for stretches can be good for us too.
Do you think the extended kind of period of time till your next game, ASU, right, the Saturday game, will help Azulis in terms of figuring some things out?
I'm not worried about Zoo in particular. This is our all-star break. We need a break. We've been on a 6 or 7 week stretch of 2 games and, kind of the same rhythm of practice. So we need a few extra days off this week to kind of refresh physically, mentally. We need a few days in practices to work on Arizona, clean some stuff up. And, we need to kind of, try to tighten things up for the stretch run.
Was this the Cedric you had hoped to see? Very aggressive, just does a lot of things so well.
Cedric's a good player, and I'm so proud of the way he's played for us, and we're so lucky to have him. And what's funny is I think I'm probably pretty hard on him in my head, but overall I think he's played so well, and he impacts the game in so many ways. And I didn't even realize he had 15 points tonight. If you would have made me guess, I probably would have said 7 or 8. So that really shows that he's playing well and impacting the game in a lot of simple effort areas, and that's great to see.
Similarly, Pelle Larson had 11 points on just 2 shots. That seems like...
Pelle did a great job. He had some matchups where he had some advantages at and felt like he could drive the ball, and he got fouled. He's doing a great job. I think he picked up 8 fouls. For a wing to pick up 8 fouls in a game is pretty significant. Because not only is he getting free throws, it's getting us closer to the bonus.
Do coaches take some time off in a 1-game week?
For sure. No doubt about it. Yeah, I need a few days off myself, and there's no doubt about it.
Sorry, how do you do that? Are you planning to take a couple days or a bunch in a row, or, mix it up?
Well, first off, for me personally, I'm going to go watch Lauri Markkanen and Domas Sabonis play in the NBA All-Star Game. So, and then I'll come back Monday and probably hang out, and hopefully my pickleball court's done in my backyard finally, because this weather's been kind of holding that up. And then I'll hang out at home, and I might sneak in a little film, in between then, and then we'll probably give the players a couple days off, and then we'll practice Tuesday and kind of evaluate from there where we're at.
How was it having the guys back?
It's awesome. I mean, they're such great guys, and it feels like they should still be playing for us, because they're obviously young enough to be playing for us, and we had so much fun with them, and they're so easy to be around, and it's just really cool when you go in that locker room and you have Justin, DT, CeeLo, Ben, all in there, and I gave him a hard time, wondering, man, the lights at McKale must be pretty bright for all these sunglasses I'm seeing, and then Zeke. Adding him to the mix. Zeke's the same age as a lot of these guys, and him being in the locker room with us was really cool. And obviously, Zeke, I think, is going to be really involved in our program. With his sister playing here now, and probably be spending a lot of time here in the off season and working out with us, which is going to be really cool.
Coach, with Kevin Durant coming to Phoenix, I came across that you coached against him when you were at Gonzaga and he was at Texas. Just any memories of that, and are you surprised?
I remember he's extremely talented. I remember his arms were so long that he had a long sleeve, probably XXX shirt on that came up about halfway up his forearms. And I remember we kicked their ass. And, I think we got him pretty good that day. But he's an incredible talent, and I think it's really cool for the state of Arizona to, obviously the Suns had a great run last year, and, hopefully we're getting primed for another great run, because it looks like they are.
What were your thoughts on Kylan's technical foul?
Listen, I think our guys, they're all feeling themselves a little bit on some of these things. I think they got to be smarter. Obviously, we know where the ref sensitive spots are. You can't show up another player. You can't dunk and do a chin up. And so we just got to be smarter, because right now, it's about us. It's not about any individual. So we need, if we make a great individual play, we can't negate it by, doing an individual act. And, it sucks, because, I think that those kind of things are good for the fans and, bring some excitement to the game. But I also understand why they're trying to curb that type of stuff. So, Kylan and I will talk about it, but, Kylan's getting better and better and better. You can really feel his impact on these games.
Do you feel like Oumar's all the way back, physically and everything?
His energy and effort would show that today. And, I think he's been back for a while. I think Oumar, he had that one tough week. When we had the Washingtons at home where, he wasn't feeling well and had a few family issues happen that same week. But he's kind of pulled through it, and he's great. For him to have, 18 and 16, I can't really see that. Is that right? Yeah, wow. So those are big-time numbers.
All right. What's just one thought, any thought about the the seeding, early reveal or whatever, where you guys are a spot or two? How do you see it?
Kind of meaningless. And, I didn't feel like we played like that team tonight. So, we obviously got to play better. And at the end of the day, it's just about getting better. And, if you stub your toe, you're going to be quick to fall. So, let's hope we can, learn from some of these games and continue to get better. And then, come Selection Sunday, we'll see where we end up.
It seemed like maybe they put a lot of stock into your non-conference wins, Tennessee and Indiana.
I hope so. I thought we had an appropriate schedule for this team, and I thought we took advantage of our opportunities, and it's good to see them reward that. But what they did today doesn't have any real meaning to what's going to happen on Selection Sunday. So I'm really I didn't even know, to be honest with you. I woke up and kind of did my own thing this morning and got ready for this game, and I didn't even watch it. And I think until somebody told me when I kind of got down to the office this afternoon. All right, see you guys.
Getting a career high in rebounds, just what led to that today, do you think?
Just effort, because obviously Lizu was not there, so we were playing a lot of small lineups. So I just had to give more effort than usually, so that's why I got a lot of rebounds.
Seemed like the offense really picked up after the 5 early turnovers to begin the game. What was different from that point on for you guys?
We just had a slow start, and then we have to get ourselves together and play as a team and do what we usually do.
How was it for you to see your old teammates sitting on the sideline?
It was great. Those are my brothers for life, and I'm glad because they have a couple of days off and they took their time to come see us. So it means a lot for us. It means a lot for the program. I'm super happy they're here.
Cedric, did it take a while for you to get more comfortable with the new role as a starter compared to coming off the bench?
No, actually I felt more comfortable. I've started everywhere I've been in college, so it was more difficult for me to adjust coming off the bench and still having the same energy.
And was there anything particular maybe about tonight that were you finding yourself more aggressive, or what was going on for you?
Honestly, I was just getting mad. We turned the ball over 5 times. We weren't locked in clearly to start the game off, and something had to give. Somebody had to give a spark, and I thought maybe I could try it, so I tried it. And then after that, we all just really locked in. We got it together. We picked it up.
And what have you noticed about Pella's play since the change?
He's way more aggressive. He's the Pell that we've saw coming here. Like this summer, the Pell that we all expected him to be. And he's playing amazing. So.
During the second half of the season, is the difference for him, do you think, driving to the basket? Because it seems like he's getting to the line a lot more recently.
Yeah, I think but it also helps with the spacing. We're figuring out how to play around each other. Starting the season off, we were all trying to figure each other out, really trying to adjust. I mean, we started off with 2 bigs that were super high. I mean, both of them were almost averaging 20 and 10. So now Pell's figuring out that I can drive this, I can go, and now we are playing off them and figuring out ways to help them out.
You said you were kind of fired up most of the first half, or because even late in the first half you drove really hard and got that and one, and then blocked a shot on the other end. I mean, was that still going on? Pretty fired up at that point, or
no? I mean, when you bring energy, it just stays, especially when the rest of the guys pick it up. I mean, and I know for a fact if I shoot a shot, especially that's close, 9 times out of 10, Oumar's man's gonna help. He's gonna get the rebound, so I'm not too worried about it. So just gotta put it up. And you got to be aggressive.
Cedric, how would you describe playing in McKale Center, just playing at home this year?
It's a dream. I mean, it's what every high school kid wants to play at. And the crowd's amazing. Everybody loves you. You're able to play around people that are just fun.
Is it crazy that the end of the regular season is already here pretty much?
Yeah, it is actually. It went by stupid fast.
Oumar, do you think you guys responded in the way you were expecting after the Stanford loss?
Yeah, we did. Stanford loss obviously was a one step back for us, and I feel like it was also a good teaching point for us to lock in as a team and make a deep postseason run. So I'm happy where we are, and I'm happy where we're heading.
How do you think Zeus doing these days? I mean, a couple tough games. Tonight you seem to get back in a little rhythm, or did you guys talk at all about what's going on with him, or how's he doing?
I mean, Zeus is a great player, and basketball is something that is not guaranteed every single night you're gonna come have a great night, and we all go through tough times, struggles, and it's crazy. Zeus is going through struggle, and he's averaging like 14 and something, and that's him going through struggles. So I'm not worried about Zoo, and I know he will find his own way and come around. And the most important thing is that he has a good mindset. He's not letting that thing, put him down. He just approaches as a pro and act the right way.
Why do you think you guys have been so dominant in points in the paint the last 2 games?
I think a big thing is we started setting our screens harder. And then our guards started being more aggressive. I think
Come on now, the most important thing is the bigs are finishing. Come on,
right.
come on.
I get it.
Yeah.
No, but I think the Stanford loss really showed us that when our bigs aren't in, or even when they are, that we still need to drive to the rim, that we can't just rely on trying to throw the ball over the top every time or trying to get the ball in the post. We have to figure out ways to play around them and figure out ways to help them out. I mean, Pell coming in and just driving hard, just once or twice getting a foul, just makes the defense change. It makes it different. We get different looks. Now, current corner are able to get catch and shoot shots, so it just changes up a lot.
Cedric, what do you like about the smaller lineup when you and Pell are playing the 4 and the 5?
I think the best part about it is the pace we're able to play at. I mean, it's just pure hooping. I mean, it's like going out there and playing pickup with friends, almost. You're swinging, somebody drives, you have somebody cut. It's simple, it works, and we're figuring each other out. We're pretty well with it.
I know you guys are physical players, you and Pella, but does the mentality change a little bit more where you're even more physical when you're playing those positions, knowing that you're going to be the ones fighting for the rebound?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's not really, it doesn't change. It's more so now we really, really have to make sure we hit our man and we go get the ball, because we can't rely on O to go get it. We can't rely on Zoo to go get it. We don't have our 7-footers, and it's now me and Pell really down there a lot. So.
Is that similar? I know it was a totally different offense last year at Campbell, but was it similar to the way that kind of you were kind of playing a lot of 4 there too, right? Or?
Yeah, they relied a lot on me and my friend Austin to really get a lot of rebounds.
So you kind of have a comfort level maybe with that?
Yeah, it's nothing crazy. Just really, if you box out your guy, half the time your teammate's going to get it for you.
I have one more question.
What do you guys think? You have a couple days off, I'm guessing, before, with only one game ahead. What do you plan to do with it, basically, or get away from basketball for a while, or you guys have any plans?
Me personally, I plan on terrorizing Oumar the whole time. Just walking in his crib and kicking his butt in FIFA. I'm the real FIFA king.
He doesn't want that. He doesn't want that. I'm the best
balls.
FIFA player on the team, so
Liar.
come on.
It's me. It's never him.
I think we just, personally, I'm just gonna take tomorrow off and Monday come back and do a little bit, of workout, and then just take day easy and then get some rest before we start back up again.
Do you still have to rehab with that thumb and all? Or are you doing okay there?
No, I'm doing fine.
Man, he's not hurt.
He's a hitter.
He was faking it.
Thank you so much.
The Wildcats won't be back in action until playing ASU next Saturday, which will give them extended time off. For GOAZCATS.com, I'm Madison Carney.